I mean, it's interesting because in hip hop, there's always been this whole thing of if you cooperate, your career is over and so forth. But right now, Gunna is bigger than he was before.
Man, listen, man. The fans, the people that buy music and stream and download and buy tickets to the concert, they're not street people. They're not involved in this code. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't care about that. Actually, they would do the same thing or worse. Like we seen that with 6ix9ine. Like nobody cared. Like, you know, the percentage of people who care is very small, Vlad. Like,
but with 6ix9ine though, I felt like his hip hop career ended.
Only because I think people got tired of the antics and
right.
You know,
because he pivoted into the Spanish thing.
Right. But I think it's whoever loved him. The fans, the kids that actually tapped into him, they didn't turn away from him because he told them, I would have did the same thing too. What I'm supposed to do? They kidnapped me and fuck my girl and all that. I would have did the same thing too. Yeah. So you got to understand the difference. Like we're not speaking, like the streets is not this big world, right? It's a small world. It's a small percentage of people that actually think and have this whole code and this ethic that stand on this principle. It's the minority. When you get out to the world, you like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Maino, you're not telling? I would. You go into corporate America, this is how people talk. They don't understand that. Oh, yeah. They don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Yo, dude shot my homie and then we went over there and shot him back. Like, what? Like, what? Y'all didn't call the police? Like, so when you start to understand that who you speaking to, like, yeah, Gunna is bigger than he ever was, right? Because who really cares? Like, you know, and sometimes we forget that. You know, it don't matter, man. Like, shit don't matter.
Yeah, I almost feel like everyone talking about him snitching, whether you consider it or not, turned into a big promo thing for him. Everyone knew about Gunna and his cooperation, so they all went to go check out his music.
Right.
And it actually turned out to be good. You know, you have to have a good product to go behind it, and he actually has a good product.
The music is good. The music is good.
Yeah, no one's going to deny that.
Listen, I don't... That's the thing, right? It's like you hear all this talk about code and don't snitch and not snitching, but who's really who's saying that? It's not the buying public. It's not the fandom.
Yeah.
It's not the people that's going to these concerts. They're not saying that.
It's a small group of artists and a small group of core fans.
It's artists. It's just a small group of people, whether they're artists or, you know, pseudo street niggas that's on the internet, like whatever it is. Like it's a small population compared to the bigger world.
Yeah, man, listen. The amount of times people have called me a rat or a snitch or whatever on the internet, and I'm looking going like, who did I snitch on? Like, do you even know what it means? Like, go back to work before you get a write-up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you really don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I didn't rat or snitch on anyone. I'm not in this life.
Right.
You know, I've never taken a stand against anyone. Like, like it's a little bit silly to me, but this is going to be the ambiance of the internet. But Gunna has proved that it really is just promo. Put out good music.
Not only him, but it's just in general. Bro.
There's other rappers too. I'm not going to get into the names, but there's lots of rappers. Shout out to 1090 Jake, who's exposed a lot of these dudes. They all have good careers. They're all touring and everything else like that.
It matters to a small percentage of people, and if you lucky enough to have a strong fan base, it's not gonna stop your motion.